Live from the Texas Cheerlickers Studios, it's In the Building with Mike Taylor and Rudy J.
Episode 283. I think Rudy is learning, because I've worked with Jose Bouquet before. I think Rudy J is learning the ways of Bouquet.
Lord.
So he texted us right before the show starts, be right there taking a dump. And then Rudy replied, Jesus. And then he replied with a hashtag. Like, who texts in hashtags? Bouquet does. And writes hashtag transparency. That's a little overly transparent for these two old middle-aged Gen Xers. Just saying. Good morning. So, do you, you don't talk to your wife from the other side of the door while y'all are doing that thing? I'm assuming.
No.
Never.
No.
Never discussed. You don't announce that, hey, I'll be right back. I got to take a shit.
Oh, well, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do.
All right. Well, but do y'all talk? You don't like talk on the other side of the door, right?
God, no.
Yeah.
Now, my daughters will go in there with her and bother her. And I'm just like, y'all are weird.
It's weird. Dude, I do not like Nina knows obviously that I do that here in this apartment, and I know that she does, but we don't openly discuss it. And she probably is more transparent than I am. I don't want any human to know that I do that ever.
Yeah, it's not necessary.
No. Dude, when I'm home alone, there's no one here but me and the animals. I still will lock the door and turn the fan on so no one can hear me, even though there's nobody here. That's me. I have very, very discriminatory views when it comes to my morning glory. So just saying. Welcome to working with Bouquet.
Yeah, I poop with the door open all the time.
Of course you do. Y'all just hang out. She goes in there, brushes her teeth while you're dropping dumps.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that all happens. Yeah, that all happens.
Weird. All right, good morning. It is In the Building. God almighty. We are on the road inside the Texas Cheer Studios today.
The last day.
Not in the Pub Sports Radio in Southtown. Oh, you're back tomorrow?
Yes, we're in studio tomorrow.
Okay, cool. Back in the Southtown 101 Studios, Manana Pub Sports Radio. Welcome. Rudy is in Port Aransas, so he's on vacation. Still working, even though he's with his family on vacation and apparently injured, which we'll get to here in a minute. It is In the Building. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Many of y'all watch our show, but I think some of you watch it every day, but you keep forgetting to subscribe. You are not all the way in the building unless you are a subscriber. I can't prevent you from watching the show or listening to it, but it would really, really be helpful if you would subscribe to us. It doesn't do us good unless you're a subscriber, all right? And it is absolutely free on YouTube at Love You Hard TV. Just get a subscription. All of the shows will be fed to you. Everything that we do, baseline bombs, special programming, members only, which we'll get back to when Rudy gets back from out of town. So there's that. Listen to us daily on Spotify as part of the Believe Podcast Network. We're also on Apple and iHeart and all those others. You can support our show by jumping into the chat and letting us know what you think about things. You can also jump into the super chat and buy a coffee as well. And one dude was saying that he tried to buy us coffees the other day and he got kicked back. I tried it last night. It works fine. So the buy me a coffee link should be working fine because I bought myself a coffee last night, just experimenting with a link. And whatever was wrong with it last week, it is back up and rolling. All right. So there's that. Good morning. We got a lot going on. On Monday, we start broadcasting our show on Anthem TV. So you'll be able to watch us on YouTube. You'll be able to watch us on Anthem TV. You'll be able to listen to us on all of the outlets, and it's going to sound even better than ever through the Believe channel we're working with, the Believe network out in California. We're doing a lot of shit. We got a lot going on, Rudy. So good morning. It's been
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
been busy, but good. These are good problems to have. How are you doing, man? How are things?
I'm all right. Other than I'm pretty sure I tore my meniscus playing
Dude,
Big old long black one.
what happened?
playing
You
drunk
having
ping
sex?
pong.
Well, wait, what?
Playing drunk ping pong, dude.
What, did you twist it?
Dude, so me and my wife were playing ping pong the other night, and we're in here drinking, so the floor was a little slick.
Yeah.
So I went for a shot or whatever you want to call it, and I slipped in some tequila.
I'm laughing at the drop. I'm sorry.
And tweaked my damn. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, When I'm in the middle of the game, I'm like, that felt weird. But I didn't think anything of it. And then I wake up today, and my knee is the size of a grapefruit, and I cannot bend it.
Oh, no. Yeah, you've damaged it. Good Lord.
So I looked it up, and I'm pretty sure I have probably a slight meniscus tear in my right knee, which affects everything. I can't play golf.
Dude.
I like to walk in the morning on the treadmill on an incline.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I don't know. This is weird. This is super weird, dude. I've never torn anything in my 47 years on this planet. Never broken anything. Never torn anything. Never.
Wow.
Never. I've had a couple sprained ankles here and there, but this is 47 when you tear the meniscus playing ping pong. Like, not even playing basketball or some football, like ping pong, dude. I'm like, it's one of those things where you're like, holy shit, I am old. Whenever you're tearing shit playing ping pong, it's probably because you're an old ass man, dude. And I'm pretty sure it's just, like I said, it's either a super sprain or a slight tear of the meniscus. Because this shit, it's not painful, but it's just super stiff and hard. Like, super stiff and hard. No real flex in it. And this damn house is stairs all over the place. So I'm hurting today, man. I cannot believe this shit.
Okay,
who was that? Hey, who was that? Who was that said they could check my knee out?
Brian, your boy Brian, who you cussed out earlier in the week.
Rudy, Brian, I need you to check this shit out, bro. This shit does not feel right.
Can you lift it up? Like, of course, you don't have, like, you're obviously you're in your Airbnb, but like, I don't know if we can see it if you lift it.
Yeah, you can't see it. You can't see it. You won't be able to tell.
Let's get pictures tomorrow when you're back in the studio. So hang on, I got two follow-ups to all that. Okay. You slipped in tequila. All right. What are you talking about? What is tequila doing on the floor?
Probably someone has spilled a shot. It was something wet. I don't know if it was water. I don't know if it was tequila. It was something wet, and I slipped, and I was like, that was weird. I've never felt that type of pain, and I was like, what was that? And I just didn't think anything of it. The adrenaline and music's playing, and we having a good time playing. Because my wife and I are super competitive. So like we started off like, ha ha. And then next thing you know, what? Yeah, what's up? Take that shit. Boom. And I'm slamming.
We gonna win that bitch.
I'm trying to spin the ball and shit. It got serious. So my adrenaline is up. So I didn't think anything of it until, I wake up today and I'm like, fudge. That little tweak that I felt last night was me tearing up my knee, my right knee, dude, and it's jacked up. I'm like, what is happening right now? So again, I don't think there's any way to even treat it. There's no way, I'm not going to have surgery. So hopefully I'm a quick healer. I've done a DNA test before, like where they tell you all about yourself and your blood work and shit. And I do have, this is a true story. I've never told anybody this. I do have, and this was told by the guy that did the test for me. I have a couple of superhuman, that's what they call it, superhuman traits within my DNA, like shit that most people don't. Yeah, I have superhuman DNA. Like I'm not like making that. I'm not doing a bit. I have superhuman.
Big old long black one.
Yeah, that too. I have superhuman DNA. So hopefully I heal from this pretty quick because again, my walk is important, but if I can't play golf, I'm no good to anybody. Dude.
No, your walk's very important, and I don't want this to set back your health.
I know.
I want you to set back like with your workouts.
So now I'm gonna have to eat even cleaner, and I'm gonna have to push it on the weights as far as upper body, at least anyway. I'm gonna have to really hit the weights, and I'm gonna have to really watch what I'm eating. Because summer's around the corner, man. I don't want to be the guy at the pool with my shirt on.
Well,
nobody has time for that guy.
On behalf of the sales department, let me announce that we are now officially in the market for a physical therapist. If you'd like to support our show by becoming the official PT of In the Building, holla at your boys and let us know. Brian wants to make a house call.
They can't go to my house.
Where you gonna meet him at Starbucks to have him look at your knee? I've never even been to Rudy's house, so good luck, Brian.
No, he hasn't. We had some, Mike was supposed to come by since this is a transparency show. Mike was supposed to come by, but I had a couple people not quit. I had a couple people that worked for us move out of the city. And so my wife and I trying to find somebody else to take over those buildings. But until we find somebody, we've been doing those buildings that the people were doing. So Mike and Nina were supposed to come by. We were supposed to chop it up business-wise and just hang out. But there were some business things we wanted to take care of. And we just have not had the time to have them over because we had our best crew. It was our best crew, too. Our best cleaning crew moved on us. So we've been hustling and bustling ourselves until we find somebody to replace them. That's as good.
Did they voluntarily move or were they?
Yeah, no, they voluntarily moved, so they wouldn't be removed.
It has to be in 2025.
No, hey, Mike, it's actually a great question. It's a fair question. But no, they voluntarily moved so they wouldn't be forced to move.
All right, very good. God almighty. All right. Gee, well, I'm sorry to hear about that, man. That makes me feel awful. I've had a sore shoulder for 2.5 years, I want to say.
What is it? You hear the crunch whenever you lift it above your head?
No, just intense pain. Like I used to do pull-ups. Yeah, when I first started trying to get in decent shape, I did pull-ups all the time per Doc Garrett's recommendation. And I can't do a pull-up anymore. I used to be able to do like 15 without stopping. I was proud of that. I can do like 4 now, but then I get excruciating pain deep inside the shoulder. Yeah, in the socket area. Probably have a torn. I mean, it's 2.5 years it's been hurt. I can't swim the same. Like when I go to Hawaii, I get in the ocean. I'm not as prolific because I have discomfort. Like I can't just like swim a mile out like I used to and back for exercise. No bueno, man. Can't do it. I'll drown. So we're getting old, dude. And this is what it looks like. And we've talked about this before, how to manage being older. You can still be in great shape. You just can't do the same stuff to be in great shape that you used to. You have to change what being in shape looks like.
We may really need to do that show, like separate from In the Building. Like
I'm for real, no shit.
Getting old.
Right,
managing your body getting older. Like there's certain shit that you should do and there's certain shit you shouldn't do. Like probably don't need to be deadlifting 405 at 50.
Don't need to be deadlifted, nothing. And so for me, it's like I can't do pull-ups. So it's like, well, I'll swim more.
Yeah.
But my swimming motion, I've had to change that. I'm not as good. I'm jacked up, bro. I'm jacked up. Sucks.
Same.
Well, take care of the knee for real because you can make good with a sore shoulder. But having a bad tire, no bueno, man.
No bueno. You can't do shit. Can't do shit. So you may have to hit up Doc Garrett.
I may have to hit his ass up, or anybody that wants to become the official physical therapist or chiropractor or whatever body repairman of In the Building. I don't mean cars, I mean humans. Reach out to me or Rudy, and let's talk. Let's talk about partner up because we're both in need of Physical therapy, clearly. God almighty. All right. Want to come eat lunch with me today? You certainly may do so.
It is Wednesday.
It is
Poblano,
Wednesday.
baby.
I'm going to be at Poblano's again today, downtown on Houston Street, on the corner of Houston and St. Mary's, right next door from the Majestic, right across the street from the old Gunter Hotel is Poblano's Mexican Restaurant in beautiful San Antonio, Texas, downtown. I've got Fiesta medals I'm going to give away to people that show up today. And I'm going to buy your lunch today. I've got three, 2 or 3 $25 Poblano's gift cards. If you meet me today at Poblano's at 12 inside, I will buy your lunch. Hell, we may even move outside today because it's going to be like 90 degrees here today.
Yeah, what is it? Yeah, so I was going to ask because here it's been high 60s all week.
Dude, we're going to get to 90. It's going to get to 90 today. Yeah, it's going to be hot. So I might have our little thing outside today because they've got little outdoor seating there right along the busy street. I love like little cafes, but you can sit outside in a bustling town like that. So I may move us outside today. So come by Poblano's downtown today on Houston and hang out. And the first couple of the dudes that show up will get a free lunch because I've got gift cards. I'll let you use. You can use them today. What else? It is Wednesday, which means it is time. It's People I Want to Punch, presented by the Law Office of Orlando Kill. We got to get to some punches. I was assuming you might punch yourself for hurting yourself. Anybody else that you want to punch other than you for slipping in tequila? How do I know you have a Mexican wife? You get hurt while slipping in spilled tequila.
You know what? I was going to punch myself, Mike, but I think this punch is much more worthy. I have to punch Southwest Airlines. The last decent airline we had out there is now going to be charging for bags, bro. Come on, Southwest. Come on, Southwest. If that's the case, Southwest, I might as well fly Spirit. I might as well fly Frontier. If y'all are going to charge me for, or Delta, or man, like y'all were the last decent humans left on Earth not charging. Like, perfect example, Mike probably, I know, and next month, he's supposed to go see his babies. I'm sure you were probably going to do Southwest, but hell, at this point, if they're going to be charging for bags like everybody else, you might as well fly somebody else. Might as well fly Spirit if y'all going to be charging me for bags. Southwest, I used to be able to take my golf clubs and a check bag, and it would be no problem. Now y'all want to turn your backs on us. The last decent airline left. Especially, like, at least don't charge the people in Texas. We made y'all. We built y'all's company to what it is. Southwest Airlines, at least like keep the Texans from this upcharge, but punch Southwest Airlines, man. Y'all don't need that money. Screw you, Southwest. I'm flying. I'm not even going to, if y'all are really going to charge me for bags, I won't pick y'all anymore. I don't care how cheap it is. Punch Southwest Airlines for that bullshit.
I'm right. Golly. By the way, punch me. I got a couple of punches myself. Jose, is there a voicer in there with that big Pat cut for the punch? Didn't he redo that?
I thought he did.
Yeah, I actually think I do have one for us.
It's my fault. I screwed it up as the anchor of this show. You have it in there? I gotta hear it. I want to hear it, or it doesn't count.
I know. Come on, Jose.
No, it's my fault. It's my fault.
It's Jose's fault. He's a shitter.
Yeah,
he's supposed to be on top of this.
You're right. All right.
Let's try this. All right. It is in the building on Love You Heart TV.
And it's processing, and it's processing, and it's processing. Wait, sometimes we have performance issues, and there we go.
Now, it's time for People I Want to Punch on In the Building.
Screw me, man. I forgot the sounder. We just had our boy Pat, my man Pat. Pat Evans was the longtime voice of Clear Channel Radio in San Antonio. Semi-retired these days, but still does all of our voice work for us at a very, very reduced rate because he's one of the most in-demand voice dudes in America. But he's a subscriber and a longtime fan of both of us and cuts us a sweet hookup. All right, I feel bad. Damn it, I punch me for forgetting that Pat recorded sounders. I like this. So we're punching Southwest Airlines, Dallas' own. So let's see. I'm gonna punch I'm going to punch the family members of Gene Hackman and Betsy Arakawa on both sides, whether it's Gene's people or Betsy's people,
Right.
for not checking on your fucking parents, man. The great Gene Hackman, 2-time Academy Award-winning actor, is in the throes of dementia at 95 years old. Why they're not in some assisted living facility, I have no idea. I mean, he's Gene Hackman, but no, they lived alone. He and his wife and their dogs. So Betsy got sick with something called hantavirus, his wife, and died in her early 60s, like 62 or something like this. And hantavirus is something you get from rat turds and rat urine.
Jesus.
They were so infested with rats, I guess, in their house. This woman caught a disease from the rats and died. And laid there for a good week while Gene Hackman suffered because he didn't know what to do because he has Alzheimer's and basically starved to death in a week's time.
And the dog starved to death.
And the dog starved to death because it happened to be stuck in a fucking crate. I don't care what the situation was. I don't care if there was animosity toward anybody. You got a 95-year-old daddy and a 60-some-odd-year mama. Check on your parents, man. How do you not check on these folks? Chaps my ass. Punch their asses. Shout out, by the way, to Emma Hemming.
Who's Emma Hemming? Who is that?
She is the wife of the great Bruce Willis, the actor.
Okay.
Bruce has frontal lobe dementia that he's had for a number of years now, and Bruce needs around-the-clock care. And she posted on her Instagram last night a video, not throwing these people under the bus, but just feeling terrible for the Hackmans and reminding people that you need to check on caregivers too. There are a lot of people in this country that are taking care of sick people, older people, people that have ailments. And that's not easy. And it's a hell of a commitment.
It's a hard job. That is a difficult job, dude.
Especially if you're a family member and you've taken on a family member or you're taking care of a spouse. Let's keep it real. It takes away your own personal life quality. It does. You can't, because you're having to take care of this person and it hurts your own quality of life. We need to have like a National Caregivers Day, if there's not already one, where we take care of caregivers, give somebody a day off.
You know what? We need a National Caregiver Day because I remember my mom and my aunt Marie taking care of my grandmother in her last days. And it was a lot. It was a lot for them. You know what I mean? Because like the thing you said the most, especially if it's not your job.
Uh-oh.
Right.
There you go.
No. Yeah, you're doing it because it's your parent.
Right.
Even though you want to, because that's your parent, and they gave you life. It's difficult. There's some days where it's like, this is a tough thing to be doing. You're talking about helping them go to the restroom. You're talking about helping them take baths. Everything you do revolves, like your whole life becomes that, because like, okay, well, I can't go here, I can't go there because I have to do this for mom.
Yeah.
So we need a National Caregiver Day. I'm talking about caregiver, whether it's your job or whether you're just doing it because that's somebody you love and is near to you. We need we have a National Pizza Day. We have National Burger Day. Yeah. We need a national. You know what? Let's start that on In the Building, Mike.
Okay.
We'll pick a date. We'll talk about it. We'll do a production meeting and we'll start it. We'll have our own National Caregiver Day. We'll have some people on that actually do it. Okay. And we'll start it.
All right.
I think that's a great idea, Mike. Because that shit is not hard. That shit is not easy, bro.
No, man. No. We're not talking about the people that are being cared for. We're talking about taking care of the people that are taking care of people.
Right.
Them. So Matt Bernard is in the building.
What if I would have told you, the guys, that there's already a National Caregivers Day?
That's what, yeah.
Oh, so there is?
Apparently it was in February.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. That's my fault. I didn't know. Well, it doesn't get the run that National Ice Cream Day gets. It doesn't get the run that National Donut Day gets.
I know.
Because I didn't see it. I didn't know. So it's February 21st, National Caregivers Day. So
Yeah,
Cool.
third Friday of February.
Let's celebrate it next year as a show for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You read all this data where baby boomers are all getting very old now. Because we live longer, but our quality of life is not as good as it should be. So you have a lot of people that are getting old in this country. What the hell are we going to do with all of them? Like the Hackmans had money, at least. I don't know why
And they
weren't in
still
some
died a
space.
horrible death with money.
Right. So man, my grandmother had cancer my senior year of high school and died 2 weeks after I graduated.
Damn.
And thankfully, her insurance, we had a lady at the house with us.
Mm-hmm.
My grandma's final few months, she was bedridden, and she didn't want me having to do it because it was me. I was 18, trying to graduate high school, 2 little sisters in elementary school. And thankfully, we had a lady that came over. We had 2 women that came over, and they worked in shifts and took care of her. I don't know what the hell we would have done had we not had that.
Oh, you'd have gone crazy.
I'd have gone crazy.
You'd have gone crazy, bro, especially at 18.
Yeah, there's no way I could have done that without losing my mental state. So it's like, I don't know where Gene Hackman's people were, but where were Betsy's people? She's got family too. It's just awful that these 2 people literally died of a rat disease and then one starves to death. It's bullshit. All right, that's enough of that. It's brought to you by Orlando Kill, the official family lawyer of In the Building. He brings us people I want to punch each and every day. If you need a family lawyer, maybe you got shitty kids like the Hackmans. You want to divorce your kid. Call Orlando at 210-775-4995. All kidding aside, Orlando does do custody battles.
Oh, okay.
You email him directly at orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. orlandokilllaw@gmail.com. All right. I've got the bad shoulder. Rudy apparently now has something up with his knee. Hopefully he'll figure it out and get it taken care of soon. But you and I together do not have near the busted body of all time. Tiger Woods blew out his left Achilles tendon while practicing on his home course in Jupiter, Florida.
Ruptured that bitch, Mike.
He ruptured the other Achilles 15 years ago, back in 2008, 9, something like that. He was still winning tournaments in those days. He won 6 tournaments the year he blew his Achilles out the first time. So you can play golf kind of with a busted Achilles. Can't play basketball or football, obviously. But he basically hobbled around tour that year and won 6 tournaments because he's fucking Tiger. But with him being as busted as he is now, as rarely as he plays anymore, they say he's going to make a full recovery, but now add this to the pile, man. He's had 6 back surgeries in 10 years. He just had his 6th one last September. His right leg is made out of pulleys and levers because it damn near had to get amputated when he had that terrible car wreck several years ago. And it's possible that you can tear your Achilles tendon in an older age and be okay in golf. Bernhard Langer, the Hall of Famer, he tore his Achilles playing pickleball a couple years ago. But he's back after some time off, and he's kicking ass like usual on the senior tour because Bernhard Langer is probably, 62, 63 by now. So you can play golf, but in the case of Tiger, like Bernhard Langer, he blew his Achilles out, but he ain't got a peg leg because of a car wreck. He hadn't had 6 back surgeries. Tiger Woods has the body of a 75-year-old man.
Dude, I feel bad for Tiger in the sense of he was just trying to be the most fit golfer of all time. We saw the reports of him doing Navy SEAL training and the way, golfers before Tiger, it was just it was dad bod central. It just wasn't a thing. And Tiger comes in and he's hitting 1,000 balls a day and weight training and running, and he changed the way people looked at golfers. He did that. Tiger Woods did that. Like, don't get it twisted. Jack is the man. Some people you ask will tell you Jack is the GOAT. And I'm not here to debate that. But what I'm saying is Tiger changed the way all these guys, the Dustin Johnsons, the Rorys, like they have these bodies and they look like they look because of Tiger Woods. Like, hey, yeah, I know it's golf and I know it's not super athletic sport, but Tiger told us, hey, we can work out and we can do these things and we can look like, you know what I mean, like little mini bodybuilders and play this sport. Tiger changed that. So, but in the midst of trying to be that, he wrecked his body.
Yeah.
He wrecked his body, like the back and the knee and the torque that he had on, you know, as far as like when he would swing and things like that. But so I feel bad for Tiger in that sense because he wasn't just, you know, doing this just for it. He was like, yo, I want to be the best I can possibly be. But while being the best he could possibly be, he wrecked his body. Like at this point, Mike, I text you this morning. Should he just, because he's already semi-retired, plays what, 4 or 5 tournaments a year, if that?
Yeah. He plays that video game shit more now.
Yeah. So should he just fully retire? But I feel like a part of Tiger, Mike, is like, I don't want to leave golf in a bad spot because, perfect example, you and I play probably 2-3 times a month. But if Tiger's not playing, do you care, Mike? And I feel like a part of Tiger doesn't want to leave the game in a bad spot. But at this point, shouldn't he just retire and leave that to the PGA? Because it's not on him to save the game. He's done enough.
I still watch all the majors.
Okay. Yeah, me too. I watch the majors. Yeah. But did you care about the players? Did you care about the players though? Even though the players isn't a major, but it's the 5th major. Do you care if Tiger's not playing? Honest question. Do you care?
Sure.
Like really stop down if Tiger's not playing.
Tiger's one of my all-time favorite athletes. I'll still watch the majors when he leaves tour for good. Let me hit you with this though.
Okay.
You know, maybe he'll fare better once he gets onto the senior tour. You know,
I don't think he.
You don't think he'll do it?
In his mind, I think it's beneath him. I'm trying to go into the mind of Tiger, and
Bernard Langer would whoop his ass straight up today in a round.
Yeah, I'm not qualified. I'm not qualified, but I don't see Tiger playing the senior tour, Mike.
I wish you would, because I would watch the senior. When's the last time you watched the senior tour or anything?
Never.
Ever. Never. And there's some legends on that senior tour, but it's not the PGA.
Super legends.
If Tiger plays the senior tour, I would watch. Maybe he'll play in a handful of tournaments a year and play the majors, play 1 or 2 PGA events, his courses, and then play 4 or 5. Maybe he'll play the senior majors. I'd be cool, and I'd be by the channel because my golf fandom for 20 years has been I watch all the majors. I'll watch the local ones. Like I'll watch our tournament here in San Antonio. When I was a kid, back in my old days when I was working at Mickey, I always covered the Byron Nelson and Colonial and loved it, whether
really
Tiger
dope
was
tournament
playing or not. And so I'll keep up with those, you know. But if he plays senior tour, I will be by the channel. Absolutely.
Did Tiger make you? As a media guy, I didn't know you at the time.
Mm-hmm.
As a media guy, this is 96, 97 when he comes in.
Yeah.
Did he make you fall in love with the sport?
Yes. I liked it beforehand. Like I've always followed golf.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
But he doubled my fandom for sure. Like back in the 80s, I loved the great Ben Crenshaw, the former Longhorns great. I loved Ben because he was a Texan and won tournaments and stuff. I loved Nick Faldo. I loved Nick Faldo back in the day. But then I had a lull on golf in the 90s, I think, because Nick got old, Ben got older. You know, Ben Crenshaw was playing senior tour golf in those days too. And when those two guys got older, I kind of lost track of it in my 20s. But then all of a sudden, late 90s, this kid shows up named Eldrick Tiger Woods, and I was back all in. So he doubled my fandom. He certainly rekindled it because I liked it in the 80s as a little boy when I had time to watch TV all day because I didn't have a job because I was a kid. But then in the 90s when I was struggling, going to college, had little kids, I kind of lost track of it. But like I said, when he showed up, though, then it became stop down TV for me. There was a time where Tiger was probably my favorite athlete in all the world.
Really?
Not right now, but the
no. Yeah.
Like Tiger like if you'd asked me in 2000, who's your favorite athlete right now currently playing a sport, I would have said Tiger Woods.
You know what, Mike? And since this is the transparency show, so Tiger and Kobe were raised by Michael Jordan. And I say that to say this. Mike didn't do right, left, black, white. Mike did corporate. And I'm saying that to say this. So some of the stuff Tiger would do or say, like when he says, I'm Kabbalah Asian, at that time, when he says this, I'm too stupid. And I'll say that. I don't have a problem saying this.
Okay.
I'm too stupid to understand where he's coming from. And I immediately get mad at him. And I didn't miss it, but I didn't just enjoy the greatness that he was presenting to us because I couldn't see past him saying that he's not a black man. And I'm like, yo, and now I go back and I watch YouTube of him in awe, like, holy shit. Like, I really missed out on I couldn't see past him saying he's not a black man, just to enjoy golf, just enjoy what I'm witnessing. And now I go back and I'm seeing, like, holy shit, this dude was really unreal. He was really unreal. It was really something that most of us had never seen. And now I'm like, and now I have a greater appreciation, just because, again, we got to be able to disagree. We got to be able to not be on the same page and just be cool. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the time, a lot of what Tiger would do, like, Tiger wouldn't pick a side, but I forget Michael Jordan taught Tiger and Kobe, because Kobe was the same. Kobe was just like Mike. Like, hey, I'm not doing right or left. I'm selling shoes to everybody. I'm selling golf clubs to everybody. I'm selling t-shirts to everybody. I don't give a shit about right and left. I'm just selling this shit. So I missed out on a lot of Tiger Woods' greatness, being upset at him, because I'm like, yo, I didn't, Mike, I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I didn't understand golf until Tiger got here. I didn't know what a birdie was. I didn't know why your score was supposed to be low. I didn't know what a par was. I didn't know what an eagle was. I didn't know what an albatross was until Tiger came along. And then I started learning the game. And I just should have just kept enjoying it instead of worrying about how he, like, hey, if that man wants to include his mother's heritage into what he is, that's his right.
Well, he's disrespecting the Thai people if he doesn't. That's his mom.
You see what I'm saying? And that's how I should have looked at it. But I was like, dude, what do you mean you're not black? I'm looking at you. You black. Like, we're rooting for you. We're looking to you to be black. And instead of just enjoying the shit, I was mad at him.
Yeah.
And now I have to go back as a 47-year-old man that understands it's all bullshit.
I love it.
It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Like, hey, that's how he feels. That's his mom. That would be like my daughters being like, I'm not Latina. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a black woman.
Absolutely.
All three of my daughters are half Latina. It would be crazy for them to exclude that. It would be crazy of them to exclude that. Their mom would be mad. So instead of just being like, yo, let me just enjoy watching Tiger play golf, I'm hung up on the fact that he's saying he's not black.
What, were you rooting against him back in the day?
I wasn't rooting against him, but I was mad at him, Mike. And I'm just being real. I'm not, And I was wrong. I was wrong. He's making sure he includes his mother's heritage. And there is nothing wrong with that. So now I go back and I watch it and I'm like, holy shit, this dude was freaking amazing. He was amazing. So that's my Tiger Woods story. He brought me to the game, taught me the game. And I was mad at him because he said, "Oh, I'm not black, I'm Kabbalah Asian." I was like, "What the fuck do you mean you Kabbalah Asian?" I'm looking at you. You're a black man. So that's my journey with Tiger Woods. And at this point, I'm just like, you don't owe us anything, bro. I think at this point, it's just time for you to retire. You've done all you could do.
Wouldn't blame him, but I hope he, just selfishly, I hope he plays senior tour. And even if he plays like he obviously won't play the Masters now with the damn Achilles. But anything, I don't care if he's playing in the Phoenix Waste Management. If he's playing and I'm happen to be home, I'm going to turn it on. He's not going to.
Hell yeah, you are.
It's like watching. I mean, would you watch Michael Jordan if he played in the pickup game with the Spurs? Yes, of course you would. Fucking Tiger Woods, absolutely. So I hope he'll play a handful of tournaments on senior tour because he'll have a better chance to compete. He'll be able to maybe stay in some of those tournaments, provided he can walk the fucking course. Although, stupid question, because I never watched the senior tour.
What's up?
Aren't those guys allowed to ride carts on senior tour?
No, I don't think they're allowed to ride carts,
sure?
But it's 1 day less. They don't do 4 days. They do 3.
Oh, interesting.
I think it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's not Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Oh, see, that I didn't know. But they can't. They have to walk though.
Yeah, they got to walk.
Right. I'll be damned. Okay. Well, it's Tiger.
If I'm wrong, somebody in the chat let me know. I thought they have to walk. I don't watch the senior tour.
You brought up his fitness, and it's funny because his fitness has been his curse. It's messed his body up. It's because he got terrible advice, or didn't get any. He never should have tried to put that kind of muscle on that little tiny frame.
On that frame. It'd be like
Wemby going to SEAL school. That's not going to work out for Wemby. He's going to put on muscle and then immediately tear everything. Can't do that. Like Brooks Koepka. Brooks is a big, stocky guy. He can wear that kind of muscle well.
Dustin Johnson, Bryson DeChambeau, they have a different frames.
Yeah, these are big dudes.
Right.
Tiger's a skinny little beanpole, and he still is all hulked up to this day and can't go 6 months without having a catastrophic injury. It's unfortunate, but it's part of his story, man. All right, it is In the Building, presented in part by Ribaldo Realty Group. Jay Ribaldo is our guy, the oficial real estate man of In the Building, the Ribaldo Realty Group, based in San Antonio. They've got a swath of land that they cover, territory all over South Texas. If you're in the market for a real estate man, Jay Ribaldo was our guy. 210-887-1081. You can email him directly at jribaldo@kw.com. jribaldo@kw.com. All right. Yes, sir. Were you going to say something?
No, Brian said, according to Google, Mike, you're right, that they can use a cart.
All right. I was right. Okay, well, there you go. Even more reason for Tiger to play some senior tournaments. I actually printed a sheet today. I saw this today.
Wow.
And printed it out. Yeah, I know, right? I actually have notes. Well, on one thing.
That's nice. By the way, Tiger apparently has mentioned that he will play on the Champions Tour.
Champions, not senior.
In a cart due to injuries when he's eligible.
He's already said that?
Yeah, according to Google, as our guy
said,
yes. He said that already, yes.
Okay, well,
he said what?
He's going to play some Champions Tour tournaments.
Good. I hope he does. I just didn't think he would. I felt like Tiger's like me and you, Mike. You know what I mean? Like, we're like, hey, man, I ain't no damn old man.
I know,
I'm
but
fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but don't you think when you get at some point you have to get tired of having surgeries and walking around with a cast on, and just accept that you're older now. Thomas Castillo, shout out to Jay Ribaldo. Thomas must have done business with Jay or something. Thank you, Thomas.
What? Oh, thank you, Thomas. That's what we want y'all to do. Jay's a great guy and an even better realtor.
Absolutely. Thank you, Thomas, for the shout out. Okay. Steph Curry has gone back to college. So, you and I have
What you
talked a lot
mean?
about NIL and where college athletics is going. The Final Four is less than a month away. Got to pick up our credentials here in a
Mike got
couple of
us
weeks.
in. Mike got us in.
Fuck you, NCAA. Okay, before I tell this story, so Nina's not here. She's at work.
Yeah. Okay.
She did not like how I handled that guy from the NCAA on Twitter the other day. No, sir. It's okay. It was collateral damage to get done what I needed to get done. Nina does not like arrogant Taylor or cocky. She likes cocky Mike.
But that's the guy
Mike.
she fell in love with.
Exactly. She likes swagger. She does not like arrogance. And so when I picked a fight last week with the NCAA, she didn't love it. It's okay. I had to do what I had to do, and I got a sense. So funny story. I wasn't in the doghouse or nothing. She just didn't like it. It sucks. I hate it, but it is what it is. I had to get us in, and I did. So we're sitting at dinner about 3 nights later. And we like to sit at the bar when we go to a restaurant because you don't have to wait in line and you got TVs and stuff. So we were sitting at the bar at Stoneworks. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden I look to my right and the guy walks up and he goes, "Sir, these seats are for accredited NCAA media only." Fucking with me. Some dude. And Nina's just like, oh God. It was funny because she wasn't mad at me. She just don't love it when I act like that, especially publicly.
Dude.
And the guy comes over and is like, "Dude, that was awesome how you guys worked your way into the Final Four." And he bought our dinner. So shout out to.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I remember his name was Raj the lawyer who bought my dinner at Stoneworks the other night.
Are you
Shout
serious,
out to
Mike?
Raj. Yeah, I picked up. Yeah, I was joking with him. I'm like, fuck, if I'd known you were going to buy my dinner, I would have got a steak. Shout out to Raj.
Hey, you should have seen my wife's face when I told, because my wife doesn't really do X. When I told Anna the story on what went down, she's like, "Are you fucking serious?" I was like, "Babe," and excuse my language. I'm just telling the story.
It worked.
I was like, "This motherfucker got us in." That's exactly what I told her. I was like, this motherfucker got us in. I was like, he called this dude out. This dude gets pissed off. And then they have a conversation behind the scenes. And like, hey, you know what? We'll figure it out.
Worked it out.
Anna was like, you got to be fucking kidding me. I was like, no, babe, this is exactly what happened. And she was just like, wow. I was like, yeah, that motherfucker got us in.
Hey, we're Rudy and Mike, man. We're in the fucking building. We're not going to have a Final Four in our own city and not be able to go to it. Okay, fine. Maybe they don't give us credentials if the Final Four is in New Orleans or whatever, but it's in our own
in our
town.
city. Yeah.
Come on, man. So he now knows who we are. We need to find him when we're at the game.
I demand we find him.
All right, we will. We'll go find him. He was fine. So all this to say, it's a long way in getting into the topic. Where there's just college athletics is just changing, and the NCAA is going to have to accept that podcasters deserve to get credentials to their shit,
depending on who it is.
Correct.
Again.
Absolutely.
When my man Warlock, when he found out who we were in our city, he was like, oh, like, I'm not saying everybody's worthy, but when you're in our city and what we've accomplished in our 20, 30 years,
that's right.
Yeah, you got to let us in.
Right. Now, not everybody deserves to be in, like Rudy said.
No.
Just us. We're the best show in the city. Fuck these radio hosts and all these other podcasters. We're fucking Mike and Rudy. So we got in. Anyway, all that to be said, everything's changing, man. The world is changing around college athletics. And here's another example. Steph Curry.
What's up?
Has been hired by his alma mater, Davidson College in North Carolina, as the assistant general manager for men's and women's basketball. Steph is now the assistant GM of Davidson basketball.
So he took the job with Davidson Adrian Wojnarowski took with St. Bonaventure.
Same thing. So I pulled this today. This is in the release from the college. In his new role, Curry, who played 3 seasons at Davidson from 2006 to 9, will provide guidance to the men's and women's teams based on his college and professional experience. Now, check this out. Davidson also hired a guy called Austin Bunce. Okay.
Who's that?
Austin Bunce is the GM. Now, Steph's going to be the assistant GM. Obviously, Steph's busy playing. So Austin Bunce is a former Under Armour global sports marketing team member, a.k.a. very good friends and business partners at Under Armour with Steph. Steph first signed with Under Armour in 2013, launched his own Curry brand as a standalone venture with the company in 2020, and then signed a lifetime contract shoe deal in recent years. Curry and his wife, Aisha, longtime Davidson College super supporters, will start an 8-figure fund for both the men and the women's programs. The day that got announced 3 days ago, these 2 multimillionaire donors of Davidson matched Steph's donation.
No shit.
So, yeah, be looking for Davidson to be in the Final Four within like 4 years. Steph Curry has brought Under Armour to Davidson, and he's the fucking assistant GM. Davidson about to be a powerhouse. College athletics, Rudy, is changing, man, for the good. For the good.
No, this is to me, this feels a lot like SMU, Mike, where it's like, yo, we'll have somebody put money aside so we can get the athletes. Wow. 8 figures?
Yeah.
So that's 10 million plus.
Minimum. Yeah.
And then the other guy matched it.
Yep. And then, of course, Under Armour will too. So now if you go to play at Davidson, you get to work for Steph Curry and wear Under Armour, this and that. And the other.
So the minimum they got
an NIL deal. Did you hang up? There you go. Go ahead.
To play with. Minimum.
Say that again. You got caught up for a second. Say it again.
Oh shit. Minimum. They got 30 million to play with.
Minimum. Yeah. Minimum.
I like it.
Imagine like Tiger Woods became the assistant GM of Stanford Golf, or Patrick Mahomes became the assistant GM of Texas Tech football. It's just the same thing.
Like
Davidson is about to take off. College athletics, boy.
It has changed. It comes down to who has the money.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I like it.
All right. You're going to have good times. You got money? Go take advantage of the sweet hookups you can get at Slackers, the official sports bar in the building. 5 Slackers. This is all over the city. Shout out to everybody that works over at the Nacogdoches location. Rudy and I had a real good time there with their crawfish boil this past weekend. Be looking for the next crawfish boil at a different location. They got 5 Slackers in town: Nacogdoches, Thousand Oaks, and 281. The one over on St. Mary's near downtown, the one behind North Star Mall on Rector, and the Med Center location up on Fredericksburg Road. The official sports bar up in the building is Slackers. All right.
If y'all haven't seen it, I posted it on my social media. Go to my social media. Mike demonstrated the grab it, crack it, suck it. I posted that yesterday. Yeah, I posted that yesterday. So go to my social media and drop a like and a comment.
Go watch me suck and shuck, or shuck and suck. You shuck, then you suck.
Shuck and suck. Yeah.
All right. Do we have any? You'll notice each day we get a little bit better and better with production and stuff. Rudy and I don't have a delay. For instance, today, have you noticed that? You're not even home. You're out of town, and there's no delay. We're working on things. We're making this show good. Do you have any production value, Jose, that you can play? Now, obviously, Jose's producing from his house, too.
Jose's probably taking another shit.
He played that bed music, People I Want to Punch, which I'll never forget again. That's my fault for forgetting. My bad.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right. Let's call this segment The Life and Times of.
Give us some music, Jose. I can't hear it.
It's playing. I can hear it. Okay. Sounds good. It's perfect.
See, I can't hear it. Go ahead.
All right. Today, the first ever installment of The Life and Times of, and the inaugural honor goes to the noted pop star Neo.
He has it depends on who you ask, Mike. Depending on who you ask. I'm not saying me. I'm not saying me.
Black one.
But Neo has a pretty cool life, depending on who you ask.
Well, it depends. Yeah, exactly. It totally depends on who you ask. So you're familiar with this story.
Yes, of course.
Neo has finally gone public and confirmed what has been rumored for a while now. He doesn't have just one girlfriend.
No.
He
3.
doesn't have just 2 girlfriends. He doesn't have just 3 girlfriends.
Oh, it's more than 3. Okay, go ahead.
Well, they've drafted out of the portal a 4th girlfriend for Mr. Neo. And they all 5 live together. And you see that photo I'm showing you to the screen right now? That's
Yeah,
him
I can see
at
it.
the club, flanked by 4 very attractive young women. I'm
So he
showing
got
the
4.
pictures to our subscribers.
So they all live together and do things to each other.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're a happy quintuple? Is that what we're calling this?
Quintuple. Yeah, let's go quintuple. Let's thruple.
You have a thruple. You have a quad. This is a cinco. It's a 5 spot. So Neo put on his Instagram page, he posted that picture of him and all of his ladies, and writes, "Since the world is so intrigued, I guess I should introduce my loves properly. Ladies and gents, I present my pyramid." So he's calling it a pyramid. I wonder if he stacks them on top of each other. He just like works it. You ever see those forms where they'll go up and down working it? They'll have 2 chicks laying on top of each other, and he'll just be like, doop, 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 doop.
I've never seen.
Homie's got 4. God dang, man.
But can you imagine Mike trying to please 4 women though?
Where'd my music go, Jose? Re-rack it. Well, maybe
4, like
he's a
it's
bad
tough.
motherfucker.
Mike, it's tough enough pleasing 1. You have a
Dude.
lady. I got a lady. And some
You're
some
talking
days
about out of the bed like normal days.
I'm just talking about like one of them wants to go to Target, one wants to go to TJ Maxx, one wants to go to
Neo
Ross.
has those concerns.
You know what I'm saying? Like I can't imagine trying to please 4 women. But look, ladies, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Y'all ain't shit. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't give a shit if my wife's
He
listening.
claims he's in love with all of them.
This is the thing, Mike. Women,
Look how happy he looks.
but this is the thing. Women, y'all, the reason I say y'all ain't shit is because when money is involved,
Yeah.
y'all throw all the extracurriculars out the window.
You don't believe
Like,
that these are literally polyamorous
No,
people and they're all in love.
They're okay with this shit because they live this great multi-millionaire life.
Yeah.
So if I made $60,000 a year, you're not okay with me having 4 women. But because he's written songs for Beyonce that pay him millions a year,
Right.
you're okay with me fucking another female.
Yeah, but Rudy, let's say you make $60K. One of your ladies makes 80. One of the other ladies makes 50. Now, y'all live all together. Y'all making damn near 200 grand a year.
Mike,
Maybe it makes financial sense to have a
Mike, if you make
Send the kids
60,
to college. We
Hey,
got
Mike.
we got 2 mommies. We're going to
hey,
college.
Mike,
What do we call
I don't know what you make per year, but when Nina gets home from work today, I want you to tell her, hey, babe, I'm thinking about dating somebody else, and let me know how that works out for you.
Okay, first of all, I am not. I don't want that. I would.
Let me
never-
know how that works out for you.
I
Women
don't
ain't
wanna
shit.
fuck.
When it comes to money, women throw all regular,
Well,
normal, everyday shit to the side. Like,
I do not want to be in a throuple. Now that don't mean like there's couples that will go to swingers parties and shit in Las Vegas, but they leave that there.
they leave it there. I'm talking about this is every day. Like, hey,
I'm
y'all.
I'm moving in.
Yeah.
brushing teeth, all four of you in the mirror. Yeah, that's no.
We're going to Market Square. Like, hey, come on, everybody. We're going to Market Square. It don't work like that for the non-millionaire. It's bullshit.
Neo's actual government name, as you say, is Schaefer Smith. And he has been teasing details about his polyamorous relationship for months. Finally took the opportunity, according to Entertainment News, to introduce all of his girlfriends. Their names are Pretty Baby, Twin Flame, Phoenix Feather, and Sexy Lil Something.
Mike, that's not their name. Are you serious? Is that what he put?
Pretty Baby, Twin Flame, Phoenix Feather, and Sexy Lil Something. That's their names. I'm sure they have other names too. God almighty. Drew Show was in the building. $5.
What'd he say?
First time. 10-0 took me an hour or two to get one of you cheap bastards to give us a tip. Thank you. Thank you, Dan. Or Drew, rather. At least Don Blazarian is honest with his transactional relationship. Neo, when they tell you it's the girlfriend experience, doesn't make them so. Golly. Bernard's in there like, it's fucking Neo. He just gives them a credit card and says, go wherever you want. I don't care.
You see? And women are okay. Like, women, when you have money, women treat you different. Like, nobody wants to talk about this. Nobody wants to talk about it, but gosh damn it, in the building's going to talk about it. When you're rich, women allow you to do shit that they don't allow you to do when you're not rich.
Yeah, like call them Phoenix Feather.
Phoenix Feather, Mike? Phoenix Feather coming to the stage.
Yeah, like, what whoever you want, Neo. God. Then he posted again after that. He wrote, say something nice or move on with your life. We happy over here. Okay, if you're so happy and so secure, why post?
So
post here's me.
Neo went through a really bad divorce. And he decided after the divorce, I'm going to be honest with these women. And I'm going to tell them, you're not going to be my only female. And they, you know what they said? Okay. Because he's rich.
Yeah.
When you're rich, women don't give a fuck. It's sad. They don't give a fuck.
Had 4 wives at once forever.
His
whole life.
Hugh Hefner couldn't even get a boner.
Toward the end, yeah. Still had 4 women.
Still had 4 women, Mike.
Yeah, they would please each other while he watched. Because he was like,
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. I'm a watcher.
You're a watcher. You draw the line at physical contact, but watching, no problem. Yeah.
No, my wife has always told me, like, yo, we missed. She was like, there was a window where we could do those things.
Yeah.
That window is gone.
Right.
That window's gone. There's if there is another woman, I won't get to touch her. I have to watch. I have to be a watcher.
Well, take the bad with the good, I guess.
Are you cool? Are you cool with being a watcher, Mike? Like, if y'all bring somebody in, are you cool with just watching?
Maybe. Although I can tell you, I've been alive 50 years now. I have never just been a watcher.
Yo, this show's done. This show's done. I don't want to get nobody in trouble.
Not that it couldn't evolve. I normally am not a watcher. Now I'm a giver. I'm a giver. I'm very much a giver and a pleaser, but not a watcher. So Neo's scene is cheaper though than Nick Cannon's scene. Like Nick's got like 7 kids.
See the Nick's situation
in their different apartment.
Yo,
Neo's scene they all live together, so it's cheaper that
way. Have you ever seen Nick Cannon? Nick Cannon's roster is very Derek Jeter-esque. Nick Cannon has a great roster. But he's paying 10, 20, 30 grand a month for all of them. I don't want to do that. I'm not giving all of y'all 10, 20. Yo, Nick Cannon had 2 babies with Mariah Carey, and he's the corniest motherfucker on the planet.
I know.
He has 2 babies with Mariah Carey.
Mm-hmm.
2.
And I think if she were to like want to get back with him now, he'd say, "No, you're too old. Have you seen my other ladies? No, Mariah Carey, I will not." That's a lot of money going out to all these different baby mamas.
Mike, I'm not paying that, bro. It's stupid. It's stupid.
Do what Neo's doing. Ain't none of them got any kids by him. They all live in the same house.
So is it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? So do I call you Thursday?
I think it's whatever Neo wants.
So on Thursday, you get all my time, Phoenix Feather.
Yeah. That's 4 periods a month, though. That's 4 arguing over what reality show we're going to watch tonight.
Women are very territorial. That's why I know money rules, because it's like women don't do well with that. Like, yo, why
have their own bathroom for sure?
Like, why do you get to sit next to him while we're watching Beverly Hills?
Well, maybe there's
90210.
rotation. Like I rotate our live spots. Maybe that's how he rotates his bitches. Like who's ever tonight goes to the bottom. Like I rotate my clothes in my closet. You know, it's just a rotator.
And I've only seen this because my wife showed me. Like, yo, people are talking shit about Neo. Yeah. Like he has these 3. At that time, it was only 3, so they added a 4th.
Oh yeah, Phoenix Feather is the new draft pick. She's the Steph Castle of the Neo home.
I can't do it.
Wow. All right. So there's the life and times of. All right. It's time for What Y'all Watching Wednesday, presented in part today by Texas Cheer Liquor, the official liquor store. I know you're on vacation. Have you had time to mix in any TV this week?
I have not watched any TV.
Other than blowing out your knee.
Yeah, I haven't watched any TV. What am I watching? What are we watching right now? No, I haven't watched anything this week. What are you watching?
Well, a show I mentioned last week called The Pit.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're caught up, and I'm not used to being caught up anymore. You know, when I was for the first 35 years of my life, you had to watch TV when they aired it. Now I've gotten so used to binge watching shows when they drop to actually be caught up with The Pit and wait for the next episode every Thursday. I'm like, I've got like withdrawal. It's so good. The Pit is about a trauma unit. They call the Pit. All hospitals call that area the Pit, where you got your gunshot victims and ODs and drowning kids and just the chaos of the trauma unit. They call that the Pit normally at hospitals. This one happens to be in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, too, so it's a play on that. Noah Wiley he is the lead actor in this series. He was an ER. His character in this show is probably my second favorite TV character of the last 2 years after Billy Bob Thornton's Tommy that he plays in Landman. The Pit is what we're watching. So tonight's Wednesday. So tomorrow night a new one will drop, and you cannot wait. I think it's on Max. It's on HBO Max. So if y'all check out The Pit on HBO Max. Jose, what are you watching?
Punch. I have a late punch because you forgot again.
Okay.
You forgot again, Mike.
Right,
we have the intros.
You're right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, without
look, get your head there. This is my nephew.
Oh, hang on. Don't do that, Jose. Oh, wow. Look, hello, nephew. What's up?
John Carl. What's up, brother?
Did he sit here for the Neo segment? I really hope not. Was he in there?
What is Jose watching? Besides porn. Besides porn. Besides porn.
Punch my dumb ass, Rudy. Let's try this again.
Why?
It's in the building on Love You Hard TV.
All right, let's punch him.
Now, time for What You Watching Wednesday on In the Building.
Forgot the intro again. Son of a bitch. So, I'm watching Noah Wiley.
Oh, we have a What You Watching Wednesday drop.
Yes.
Come on, Mike. Come on, Mike.
God almighty. Drew Show's in here in the
tough
building.
one.
Noah Wiley and another emergency room theme show. They call it The Pit. It's a darker, grittier ER, which is already darker and grittier, but that was in the 90s. Yep, Drew Show, you're right on time. The Pit is the best thing on television right now that I'm aware of.
Interesting.
It is awesome. And so the whole series is one day. Each episode is a different hour of the day.
Okay.
The title of episode 1 was 8 a.m. Episode 2 was called like 9 a.m. Episode 3 was 10 a.m. The entire season is one day chunked into hours. It's genius.
Love it.
Genius. Bouquet. What do you want? Do you watch series? I'm afraid to ask.
Yeah, yes, I actually started watching The Pit. It's a good series. Shout out to you, Mike.
Okay.
Thank you for the recommendation.
Excellent.
I've got two. And I'll let you guys into the kimono. I'll open it up here and I'll show you guys a little bit who I am. So I have two secret shames that I'm watching right now.
Oh God.
Number one, it's on YouTube. It is Drewski's dating show that he has put on.
Yo, I like Drewski.
You know,
I like Drewski. It's could have been or should have been or would have been. Yeah.
Something like that. Yes. I don't really follow Drewski all that much, but I stumbled onto his dating show.
What is Drewski?
Drewski's a human.
He's an Instagram comedian.
Okay.
Yes. So yes, he's very funny. And he has all different kinds of women onto this show. And it's just a bunch of ratchets, as they would say. They're fighting. It's all hilarious. So I highly recommend you just watch the first episode. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck am I watching?" And this may be the Gen Zs out there. But it's very funny, and I think you guys should give it a try if you want to watch.
Right. You know what? I will. YouTube. Okay. All right. Hey, I'm on YouTube. I need to support YouTube shows. You know, I don't want to be a hypocrite. All right. What else?
Sure. It's number two. You guys probably don't talk about this, but the WWE is on fire recently.
I ain't watching nothing WWE.
Tell me, what is it? Rudy.
So John Cena, after decades of being a good guy, is now a bad guy. All of the good stuff is happening. Vince McMahon, who horrible human being, good writer, horrible human being, is no longer in charge anymore. His son-in-law is, so it's made the product a lot better. And John Cena now a bad guy. You guys maybe saw Travis Scott slap the shit out of a wrestler as well.
No, I haven't. I haven't seen that shit. I have a life. I don't watch WWE bullshit.
Well, Rudy, after you're done watching Drewski's dating show, just go ahead and go watch that.
No,
you'll be in
a note of it just now.
Yes. So WWE back on fire. Good shit happening there. But Drewski's dating show, what you guys should really watch right now.
Jose, pull up the March specials.
Of course.
Yeah, we got to go through March specials for Texas Cheer Liquor. You know, so I met John Cena at South by Southwest one year. Was a super cool guy.
What do you mean you met him?
I met him out front of a movie. He was premiering a movie, and I got a chance to shake the dude's hand with my kid.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was really nice. Talked to him for like 5 seconds. It was really cool. He was working the rope line, and he was fine. But of course he's gone back because that's what washed up wrestlers do. They come back and reinvent themselves as a bad guy. But he's entertaining. We'll see.
Yes, and this is his final run as well, so it makes it all.
I wish Stone Cold would come back, but he's probably a little bit too old.
Yeah, he's got prosthetic knees.
Yeah, let's run down these specials. Rudy, what we got in here?
Jose Cuervo. We got the Cuervo. If you get 2 or more packs, you get the 10% off. You got the Svedka, vodka, half gallon, only $19.99. And you got the Burnett's Gin for only $9.99. March. All of March, you get these specials. Let them know In the Building sent you.
All right, couple of Couple of closing items here before we get out of here. Thank you to Texas Cheer Liquor. 7 locations, 6 in the area, 6 in San Antonio, 1 in Bernie, and all of them give you a 5% discount when you mention in the building. I had some other stuff, but we got bogged down by Neo's quintuple, so we'll get into it tomorrow. Blame Neo's.
We'll be back in studio tomorrow.
Yeah,
we're back in studio tomorrow.
Anthem TV launch party. Me and Rudy will be in attendance on Monday. Anthem TV is a rising upstart new TV app based in town. And on Monday, they will begin broadcasting in the building on Anthem TV. Another way to get our show exposure and eyeballs and hopefully more clicks and likes and subscriptions. And they're going to throw a launch party on Monday night, St. Patrick's Day at McFinnigan's Bar in San Antonio on 410 and Blanco. Rudy and I will be there 4 to 7 hanging out at McFinnigan's Bar Monday for the Anthem TV in the building launch party. In the building radio is back tomorrow night. Don't forget that. Set your dials, to use an old phrase. 6 p.m. tomorrow night on KLMO Radio in San Antonio, Texas, on the Lopez Broadcast Network in Corpus Christi and Victoria and El Paso as well. And on 2 different Roku channels, Channel 6 on Spectrum in Corpus Christi.
Oh, shit, we got radio tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. And then are you drinking already? It's 10:15. You must be on vacation.
No, not yet.
Okay, and then we got we're on the Tejano, on the K Alamo Tejano Roku in San Antonio, Texas. Booty Crumbs 69 is in the building. See, we start talking wrestling, and young people shit on YouTube, and we get Booty Crumbs 69 automatic in here giving us money.
Hold on, that's a great name. That might be the name of the day right there.
Of course you think it is. Of course you do. All right.
Is
I'll
that
be at
really
Poblano's.
Booty Crumbs?
If y'all watching live, I will be at Poblano's in 1 hour and 40 minutes.
Yes, go hang out with Mike. He got free food for you.
Yeah, well, I got 3 gift cards for $25. So, client, and we're gonna for an hour, and I'm gonna post up and do like a Facebook live chat and have some folks and have to go outside today because the weather is beautiful. McDonald's here. Love you all hard. Thanks everybody. Thanks to the contributors. Thanks to Jose Bouquet. Back in the Pub Sports Studio mañana.
Is there?
Rudy, you drive safely. Is it the right knee or the left knee?
Right.
Damn, so it's your driving knee too.
It's my driving knee.
Be careful. Y'all get home safe. I will see y'all tomorrow in studio. Love y'all hard, everybody. Peace out. Shout out to Neo. Shout out to the NCAA tournament. We'll see y'all in here tomorrow. Later.